Howdy guys, I am back with more Path of Exile, and I was headed to the Lunaris Temple here when I ID'd this strong box that says it contains 8 additional items and only contains support gems. And I thought that sounded kind of funny, so I thought, hey, I'll throw on my recording before I head to the temple here so we can see this thing just spit out a bunch of support gems if it only contains those, right? That's all I'm gonna get, right? So I'm gonna get like 20, or not 20, but yep. Yep. So it just spit out a bunch of um, support gems. Well, I'm pretty stoked about that actually. I think some of these I don't have, and oh, that's nice. Increased duration support with some quality on it. I think that might be kind of nice for another character or something. I think some of you might have seen that I started a new character. I made a Templar, and just to change things up a little bit so I can try some new things since I'm just derping around on this character. On that one, I plan on following more of a build guide so I just don't end up leveling up and wondering what in the heck I'm doing. Of course, not really sure if I'm going to be able to, how I'm going to make it work or anything because builds are so, they're not just a matter of, what you want to do. It's like there's so much that goes into creating a successful build. Not only are you looking at what abilities, gems, or whatever that you're going to use, you're going to be looking at, what support gems you want to use and how they're going to interact with your regular gems, your unique items. How does that, the unique items, how they change how you play the game, right? I mean, like this goofy goal thing that I've got on my head right now, means I need to go pick up shrines and stuff. And while that's not very significant, I know there's probably other unique. Well, hell, even the soul mantle I have gives me curses, right? And so I have to clear my curses off constantly. Every single time one of my totems die. Especially if I've got something, some of these curses are really bad, just if it's like reduced lightning resistance against something that doesn't have any lightning damage, it's like whatever, but when it's one of these, like, let's see, oh gosh, there's too much going on up there, but, I know it can be pretty ridiculous with some of these curses, so I know I need to probably be a bit more careful about clearing those off, but, keystones change the way you play too. I was looking at some different builds that use the thing that gives you like one life or whatever, and it's like, gosh, so much thought has to go into a build, and I'm kind of starting to realize that now that I've been playing for a little bit. It's really interesting to see how these builds come along, and I'm not really sure if I'm clever enough to create a build myself. That's why that's why I would like with this character, even though I'm having so much fun with this righteous fire nonsense. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I love this. Anything that walks into it just burns. I love it. But, I'm not clever. I wouldn't have thought to put that on a totem. I know I've seen this righteous fire ability a long time ago, and I was just like, man, that sounds cool, whatever, and just, went on with my life, right? I didn't think anything about the ability, but thinking about the ability with the totem, it changes how you look at the ability and how do you use it. And I'm sure there's people that don't use Righteous Fire on a totem, and maybe they've got a different way of playing the game. They've got some uniques or something that make it work, right? And it's like, gosh, I wish I was clever enough to do that. But, the thing is, there's just still a bunch of unique items. Yeah, I just totally opened that and then walked through this. But, there's a ton of unique items that I haven't even seen yet. So, looking at some of those builds, I watched one of those videos, the community builds or whatever, and, I understood some of it, but a lot of it was just way over my head. Like, honestly, even playing a melee character is weird to me. Like I said, I made a Templar. And like I said, even that is super, super bizarre to me. So I think I got a long way to go before I need to start worrying about creating my own builds. But, I think following a guide, at least using it as a baseline, will be nice until I have a better grasp of the game. As far as knowing like what, heck, I haven't even really taken a good hard look at the passive tree beyond like this general area. Like all this stuff over here is this is all completely foreign to me. Like, all these weird, yeah, I don't even know what any of this stuff is because I just haven't really looked at it yet. And it's like, oh, I can only look at this stuff for so long before it just feels so overwhelming. It's just a matter of playing the game, right? Learning about it as I play and getting oh gosh, let's put something else on there. Ooh, 10% quality. Alright, sure, I'll go for 10% quality. Probably, I need to get in the habit of putting my totems down before I pop these open. There's no reason not for me not to. It's kind of silly. But it's like so much goes into making these builds work. And it's like I feel like it requires such a deep knowledge of the game that I don't have. And I mean, maybe someday I'll have it. I doubt it. I'm a very, very, very slow learner. But one day, when I have a better grasp of this game, I might be able to come up with my own cool builds or something. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. I don't even. Oh, too much clutter already? Already, already. Okay, maximum mana. Okay, that doesn't seem like anything for me. Alright, no, no. Ooh, chaos resistance. That might be kind of nice. I think I'll hang on to that one. Alright, I'm gonna run back to town real quick and just dump my stuff off and go back on my adventure here. Trying to get better about carting my things back to town so I'm not just running over a bunch of stuff. And it only takes me a little bit of time to just go click, 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 and then off camera I go and address the situation. I probably should have sold some of that instead of just dumping it all in there, but whatever, whatever. That's one thing I liked about, what was that game called? Torchlight? You could have a little pet that ran things back to town for you. That was pretty cool, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, so for the new character I'm making, I made a Templar, and it's a cooperative run. I'm playing with someone else because the build I want to try basically require like I don't even know if I can solo with it honestly for what I plan on doing. And in fact, I found a cool guide that kind of apparently it's called like an Auramancer, but I'm doing a Templar though. And I found, like I said, I found a build, but it said it was kind of expensive, so it'll probably take me a long time to get to that point to be able to use the build that I found on the guide because I have no concept of expense. Maybe, I guess it's the unique items or something that, it required some weird uniques that I haven't seen yet, and I'm not even quite sure how a lot of that stuff works. Like, the build that I was looking at for an Auramancer was for the last patch 2.5, but basically there is like a bunch of aura buffs and war cries and stuff, and it really like I know that sounds like super lame, but I think that sounds fun for me. I'm just gonna be a walking buff bot while I just run around in circles collecting treasure, and I know that sounds super lame, but I feel like that might help me with my like ability to move around if I don't have to worry about casting anything, honestly. Like kind of like this character, I really only need to worry about dropping totem. I don't even drop my curses, honestly, but it may not be so easy to play as I'm thinking, but I don't know, maybe it will be. I'm eager to try it out, something a little different. A little bit different, not too different, but yeah, so basically I'm gonna have a bunch of buffs and auras, and like one of the things that like in the guide that I was reading, it required I think it was down here. Oh gosh, I'm never gonna be able to find it right now, but it's called like blood magic, and it you get rid of all your mana, but all your stuff costs life, and I'm not really sure how that's gonna work with auras, because when I was looking around at the build, I didn't get it like it's one of those things I feel like you've just probably got to try it, I guess, to really get it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. but it also talked about needing, well, not needing, but you get all the the passive tree seemed a little bit all over the place, but it was very much focused on getting like all the aura buffs and everything. And there were some abilities, and I guess there's probably some items too that reduce the amount of mana reserved so that you can keep like a million different buff auras up. So like I said, I know that's kind of a lame way to play, but I think it might be kind of fun to just run around being a little buff bot. And the person I'm playing with said he's going to do more like a summoner type, so I think that'd be all the better for me. But we're both, obviously very new to the game, so I'm not sure how that's going to work cooperatively, but I love this game. He likes this game. He probably loves this game too. I don't want to use such a strong word, but for when I'm not referring to myself, but you know, I'd like to definitely do the and plus it's honestly it's kind of a lot more fun to play cooperatively than just having me talk to my monitor for 30. I sometimes I feel like I run out of things to say or do, and I try to keep what I have to say relevant to the game, but I know I'm probably annoying a lot of the time because I say so much stupid stuff. And, a lot of it's just my own musings about the game, like, ooh, I wonder this. Ah, I wonder this. And, there is still a lot of things that I don't know about and that I wonder about and that I'm eager to find out because I do love this game. It is great. It's absolutely a blast. And, the developers, you can tell how much they love the game too. I think the company GGG is, I feel like it's a company built for by game. It is built by gamers. It really is. It's like I think even in um, their developer Q&A, they mentioned something like that they had all been, developers and stuff for other games, but they'd never done so much the commercial side of things. So doing the whole commercial side of the game was like a new uncharted territory for them. But the kind of for a gaming company, you probably want it run by gamers instead of pencil pushers or whatever, because you want it to be. They know what they're going to do to make it fun. And I know you guys have all probably played different online games and have been really disappointed in the direction they've gone. And I can't help but wonder if, a lot of games haven't decreased in quality because the person making the calls either doesn't play the game or doesn't play other games, or I don't even know. Like, I've seen so many of my online games that I used to love just really lose their charm over the years. And, I don't know if it's because the games get stale or if the developers really screw up. I mean, I feel like a lot of the things that I dislike about games now isn't so much, that it's just the direction that these games went. And I don't really want to specifically call out any games here because I know different strokes for different folks. What I dislike, I know someone else is going to like it, and whatever I like, I know someone else is going to dislike. So I'm not trying to bash on anyone's games or whatever they play, because if you're happy playing your game, more power to you. But there's some online games that I'm just not happy with where they went after a few years, and I stopped playing them. And like I said, I can't, I mean, obviously these games wouldn't function if everyone felt that way, so it's definitely a personal problem. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say numbers also don't lie. When less people are playing a game, that might be an indicator of something, right? Gosh, this again, this pile of bodies. This really, yeah, I love this build. I don't have to even, I can just sit here and zoom in on this. This place. I feel like the Lunaris Temple is still like the creepy. Man, I don't know. Act 4 has got some really creepy places too, but this area in particular, just all this wasted life right here, this kind of gets to me a little bit. Just and then all the ladies here with their tentacles and stuff. It's like, this is one screwed up place. It really is. Gosh, and really amazing to see like how like the game got more dark and more insane the more you go through it, right? Like Act 4 is pretty gruesome too, which, I can't help but wonder what's going to be in store for us in the expansion. Is it going to be more grisly stuff like this? I don't know. It definitely looks like there's going to be a variety of
Of all the
things.
worlds you could have conquered, you had to choose mine.
Alright.
Such power wasted on a feeble imagination.
Well, this
I'll
should
mourn your
be...
passing, sister.
Alright, well this should be interesting. Let's see how this is gonna go. I'm pretty I know I'm at the point where I probably need to start carrying around a different gem to swap out.
Damn you!
That was actually pretty easy. I'm probably at the point where
I
I need
loved
to
your work,
start
Piety.
swapping out.
It was you I wasn't very fond of.
Yeah. I'm probably at the point where I need to probably start swapping out gems like I'm using, where is it? Increased area of effect for Righteous Fire. So I'm probably at the point where I want to like maybe switch that out when I'm at a boss fight. But I'm not that smart yet, guys. Let's take this one step at a time. I'm too much of a little idiot to do that. 92% increased physical damage. My gosh, that sounds like a lot. Elemental damage. Ooh. Ooh, chaos resistance. I still feel like that's like pretty good. Like, ooh, socketed lightning gems. Kind of low on everything else. Level of melee. I guess that plus to level stuff isn't as rare as I thought it was. I thought that was like some super cool mod or whatever was the plus level to gem, but I'm starting to see it on a lot of things, so maybe it's not as rare and spiffy as I originally thought it was. So let me go ahead and, oops, not that, but let me go ahead and dump all this in here. And you too. I need to talk to you. Yes.
Wherever he is.
And you.
Piety
Yes. Alright. Let's get that.
Unfortunately, piety.
Alright. So 2 passive skill points. So what I'm doing right now is I've gone through here, so I'm trying to get Amplify for my, because I'm going to be doing this, this is just how it is from now on. I'm going to be doing Righteous. This is too good not to use. I'm gonna use this. That is what I am doing. I am doing that. I love it. It's overpowered. It's ridiculous. It's like my favorite thing ever. I wish that I were able to do it better. I know my tree's a jumbled mess, and there's probably like better totem stuff to get for this. Like, I'm guessing this is a good tree to go through for the righteous fire thing. So I'm guessing if I ever wanted to do the righteous fire thing again, I'd probably want to do the Marauder's Ascendancy class, and maybe that way it'd be easier to get to all the totem placement stuff. But I don't know, I feel like I probably get a lot of goodies from starting as a witch too. I just don't really know. But I'm gonna head over here toward Amplify. I feel like that's gonna be awesome, and then maybe I can backtrack and grab that. But I want Amplify like ASAP. That's what I really, really want. And maybe I'm doing it wrong. I hope no one just screamed at their monitor. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. But I still haven't really looked up a build per se for this whole Righteous Fire thing. I've just been kind of going on what some you guys have been telling me, and a few things that I've read. I haven't looked up a proper guide, and I don't know. I feel like with this character, I've done so many things wrong. I feel like I'm real honestly at the point that it might just be easier to oh gosh, where was that in here? Was it toward the top? The hedge maze is over here. I always forget where this is. I am so sorry, guys. But oi, yeah, I feel like I'm at the point that I've like screwed this character up so much that I'm gonna just keep doing what I've done, and I want to see how far I can get and make this whole goofy righteous fire thing work, and then just basically do it better next time, right? That's all I want to do, is just do it better next time. And I guess that's really what the game's all about, is learning and trying new things and just learning to do those things better, or learning if they don't work. I don't know. I'm like I said, I love my witch. I really do. I love righteous fire, but I don't know. I feel like another character is also good for me to do just because there's a lot of stuff I think I skipped over in my learning of the game. And I don't know. I just don't know. I'm having fun. That's all that matters. I'm lost too. What else is new though? What else is new? I'm always lost. I'm definitely looking forward to not having to do these places 3 times in a row after the expansion. So, it'd be really cool to just basically play the game kind of once and be done with, you know, this part of it anyway. Um, I noticed that, oh dang it, I just got so excited. I was like, I found it, I'm so good at this game. But that would be the library. And I already did the library off camera. I've been trying to do a few of the less exciting stuff off camera, like the side quests and stuff, just because I am so over leveled. There's probably no way that that's super exciting to watch, but I thought the Piety fight would be a bit more entertaining. That's why I started recording, and then Piety, went down like a sack of potatoes. Alright, so that was the hedge maze. Okay, so I should have followed my instincts and gone toward the... I am so sorry, guys. Uh-oh, I heard something good drop over there. Oh, it's just a league stone. That's not just a league stone, but I'm very glad that I have a little... I guess it's the loot filter that makes that little dong noise when something tasty drops, so good to listen to that and not neglect it. It was actually pretty fun. Oh, really? I've gone everywhere, but it is still in this zone, right? I haven't lost my mind, have I? It is here. Oh my gosh, guys, I really am sorry. Erg. Okay, hold on. I just like threw my mouse, well, not like on purpose, but like a little bit. I just knocked my mouse over when I was trying to. Alright. So let me run over here. I still feel like it's in the top left. Oh, I should probably... You know what? I'll be right back when I find it. I found it! And it was in the complete opposite direction of where I was going, which I should know this, guys. I am so sorry. I'm always getting so lost. I could just cry. I feel so bad. I never know where I'm going in this darned game, and it doesn't get
Remember
better.
once,
Like, I
what
want to
goes
tell
up
you guys it's
must
gonna
come
get
down.
better, but it's not. I'm just never gonna know where I'm going. I give up on trying to figure out where I'm going. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm just gonna wander aimlessly everywhere I go. Oi. Another reason to be excited that I don't have to repeat. Well, I mean, I know I'm gonna have to repeat areas on other characters. I'm not gonna be able to bypass them, so I still need to kind of know where I'm going, but at least I only need to know where I'm going once per character. But then again, I have more areas that I have to know where I'm going at, so, I think my situation might get worse, not better now that I think about it. Oh well, you guys love me, don't you? Alright, alright, I don't know what I'm doing with myself here. I'm very sorry. So, we'll just go ahead and ascend this Sceptre of God here and try to get through as much of Act 3, and then Act 4 will be really short. I think I'll be able to knock out most of Act 4 in 2 or 3 episodes, and then it'll be Big Kids Club, and that'll be interesting. Seeing the real game, the cool kids game. I'm really excited to do that. That's another reason I just really want to keep playing this character. I mean, I want to try other things, but I really want to see the whole end game thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing how far I can get before I start just dying over and over and over. I don't feel like I've had any, like the only times that I've died like hilariously over and over, I think was like on basically the Malachi fights. Those are always pretty ridiculous. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that a lot of the map fights are probably like the Malachi ones where it's just like womp 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 over and over. And let's see, I'm level 71, so from what you guys have been telling me, experience penalties after 80 are a lot more, you feel them a lot more because the experience gets, I guess, really, really slow from then on. It's honestly been kind of slow for like a couple of levels. I've kind of noticed after about 60-ish, it seems like it slows down a little bit, but that's how these games go. The higher level you go, you know. So I'm not too worried about that, but I am excited to see how far I can go. I didn't think I would even be able to make it this far. So if I can make it to like 80, I think I'm gonna be pretty pleased with myself, even though I know I probably shouldn't be, but, I'm never very good at these kind of games, like, I'm never like, that's why I don't want to play like an archer or anything that requires like the whole stutter stepping thing, because I can't do it. I suck at it. And, like I said, that's kind of why I want to just play a walk around and buff people character, because I've really got, I have a lot to be, I leave a lot to be desired when it comes to my ability to actually move around. Like when the patch comes out 3.0, I'm going to get annihilated on a lot of the stuff after you know, the new acts or whatever. I already know it. It's going to be hilarious fail. It's going to be terrible. I'm never going to get beyond. I feel like I'm going to get stuck on like Act 6. That's until I like over level everything by 20 levels or something. That's just my prediction of the future, but it's also because I watched the Brine King fight. Oh, geez. They released some more like goodies for the expansion, or some information, whatever you want to call it. They updated the NPC models from Lion's Eye Watch. So Tarkly and what's her name? Nessa, is it, or whatever, the other girl, or the girl. They upgraded their models, and Tarkley is just downright handsome, honestly. He got really good looking. And the girl looks, I mean, the girls are always cute, right? No, I'm just kidding. But the girl was cute, and now she's even cuter, and it's like, this is what I mean out of develop the company. It's like they know what people want to see in a game. They know what makes people happy, and having updated models so that, everything doesn't look like hot steamy ass is gonna be what people want. And if they're redoing some of the models on the NPCs, I kind of have a feeling that character models are probably not going to be too terribly far behind. I'm not saying they're gonna update the character models, I'm just speculating. I just assume. I assume they're probably going to do that maybe in a year or two, maybe update all the character models or something. I think that might be kind of nice, but it's probably doubtful, because that means that if they update the character models, they have to go and update every single piece of gear and then all the microtransaction stuff, and it'd be just a really big undertaking. So if they never do that, I'd kind of understand, but it would be nice, I think, long term for everybody, because you do look kind of, your characters are going to look kind of out of place with all the nice, shiny, new looking stuff in the expansion. So I feel like probably a character overhaul will probably come in the future. I don't know how long in the future, but in the future. I never understood. It seems like kind of a thing in most ARPGs to like have very little like character customization, And I mean, I understand that because the point is, to just collect items. And you need to make sure that the items look good on as many models as possible. And if you have a bunch of different models, then that's going to be a really big undertaking. But you know, I, I wish you could at least like change your hair color or something, maybe something that wouldn't impact, the character models. I mean, I don't know if that would be asking too much or not, or even having male female versions of stuff. Like I'm playing a Templar, which I'm a girl. Obviously, I'd like to play girl characters if I can. It's not the end of the world if I can't, but I'd prefer it. I'd like to watch a cute girl romp around. But yeah, so I've got Rurumiki's glorious beard, the Templar, because he does have a pretty glorious beard, I gotta admit. But I could have a lady beard too. I mean, come on, an old lady Templar walking around. I think that'd be kind of cool. Really? Hold on. Defiled in the Scepter, you will defeat the miscreations that escaped the device. So is that on, does that mean that's on this floor? Because I found where to go. Okay, no, maybe it can be up here too. Because it's like I found the next area. I'm gonna keep going up. And by the way, this episode's probably gonna be a little bit longer at this rate, but I really want to keep going since I've come so far as it is. So I need to make sure I get this prophecy thing though for sure. But yeah, I guess I could always come back and do it later. Nah, I'd like to just do it now. Ugh. All right. Hey, hey, die. There we go. Ooh. Almost walked
Too
away.
much clutter.
Again? Alright, warbands, let's do it. Essence, let's do it. Exceptional Nemesis League Stone of Abundance. Nemesis mod. I feel that one's pretty dangerous. Next area will contain a strong box. Yes, let's do it. Alright. Now I have room. Alright, moving right along. Oi. But, geez, yeah, so I have actually gotten quite a bit of really? I'm like beelining straight to all of these. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. I didn't realize there were so many floors on the, like I must not have been paying attention or something. Alright, let's get this guy. You know, I haven't been casting my curses at all, but my gosh, who needs them? Everything dies so fast. I almost feel like they're pointless. Well, I know they'll be more handy-dandy useful, or more useful later, especially against, like, boss fights and stuff. I just need to get in the habit of making that, like, the first thing I do after I put down the totems. I put down a totem, and then I run in circles, and I should be doing, like, oh,
Stolen from their homes.
cool.
Innocent flesh is twisted and shaped atop the tower.
Well, glad I got that done. One less thing. Man, I love how much there is to do in this game. I really do. Like, the prophecies, the whole map thing that I know nothing of, making new characters, trying new builds, and, you know, 3.0, like, I don't know what the beta, if that's even gonna be like. I think that they're not going to, um, I think the last two acts aren't even gonna be in the beta test, so it'll be a complete surprise to everybody. Isn't that exciting? Okay, I'm not ready to fight this. I'm gonna get wiped out a million times. This is gonna be gloriously bad.
The master that called you here? Witch?
I like trash talked him so hard in cruel difficulty, and he got his revenge on me pretty thoroughly, so I'm not gonna trash talk Dominus this time. I'm gonna stay. Alright, I need to remember the fight. There's gonna be things for me to stand in, and I never quite got the hang of the parts that I'm supposed to stand in. Alright, so let's put down like as many of these as I can, I guess, and he's gonna go crazy. Here we go. Alright, you ready to do this, man? You gonna do it? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, come on, I'm ready for you. I want you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright, there we go. Party time. Let's do it. Yeah. Yay. Oh gosh. Oh, I should put my curses on him, huh? It's just, no, I'm standing in the thing. Oh god. He's dead.
No one will cry for you, Dominus. Not a soul.
Not a soul, says the witch. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, and critical strike chance with fire skills. Meh. Oh, whoops, I'm trying to ID something that's gray. That's dumb. Alright, let's see. Evasion, energy shield. Oh, that's great. Alright, oop. Recovery speed, evasion, Alright, so I'm gonna, man, I don't feel like carting all this back. I'm gonna check this out and see if this is any good. Accuracy rating, Alright, so let's talk to Diala.
You have mounted.
Okay.
Of course.
Alright, so we can leave now, and gosh, I guess that's all of Act 3, huh? So I just have Act 4 to do. Where am I going? Where is the exit here? I should know where this is. Like, come on. What's wrong with me? This is what's wrong with me. I don't know where I'm going. All right, guys. Before I hurt myself, I should probably go. Is this the right way? Here we go, the aqueduct. Alrighty, so next time I'm gonna start. I might probably go do this on my own and just leave the more interesting parts of Act 4 in. It just kind of depends on my own time. But yeah, maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Act 4, and I get to do the big kids stuff, and I'm really excited for it. So,
That
thank you
boss also
guys.
reeks of corruption.
Thank you guys so
Let's see
much for
where it
watching
comes
me
from.
play Path of Exile, and I'll see you with another episode soon. Thanks again, and bye for now.